A single tear falls down Amy's cheek as she stands in the quiet barn, the same place where so many of her memories with Ty began. The light from the open door hits the dust in the air, and for a moment, time stands still. It's not just another episode of Heartland, it's a wave of emotion, a reminder that love never truly leaves us. Season 19, Episode 3, isn't just about moving on. It's about remembering what made Amy who she is today. Amy Fleming has always been strong. It's the girl who could heal any horse and face any storm. But even strength has its quiet breaking points. As the trailer for Heartland Season 19, Episode 3 opens, we see Amy standing alone in the barn, brushing Spartan, her eyes distant, lost in thought. There's no dialogue, just soft music and the sound of the wind moving through the stables. The silence says more than words ever could. The trailer cuts between moments of calm and flashes of memory. Ty's smile. His laughter, the way he once reached out to touch Amy's hand. These moments hit like echoes of a life that once felt whole. Amy's pain is not fresh, but it's deep. The kind that lingers quietly beneath every breath. You can see it in the way she looks at Spartan, if remembering every ride she shared with Ty. The scene transitions gently, a sunrise over Heartland Ranch. The world moving on as Amy still struggles too. Jack watches her from a distance, knowing her silence too well. He doesn't interrupt. He doesn't need to. Because sometimes the greatest comfort isn't in words, it's in presence. Then, a soft voice over Amy's thoughts, trembling but honest. Some days, I still expect to hear his boots on the gravel. This line cuts through the audience like a whisper from the past. It's real. It's human. It's everything Heartland stands for. Love, loss, and healing in the slowest, most beautiful way possible. As the trailer fades, we realize this episode won't just be another story about the ranch. It's a chapter of remembrance, a journey into Amy's heart as she tries to find peace in memories that refuse to fade. Episode 3 promises to bring both tears and hope, showing us that grief doesn't end, it transforms. The morning light creeps over the rolling hills of Heartland, touching every fence post, every blade of grass, everything except the emptiness Amy still feels inside. The trailer for Episode 3 opens with a breathtaking yet haunting calm. It's the kind of silence that speaks louder than words, the kind that tells you something is missing. Amy walks toward the paddock with a soft smile that doesn't quite reach her eyes. There's peace around her, but not within her. As she watches the horses run free, the echoes of the past drift in like a whisper carried by the wind. A faint laughter, Ty's laughter, blends into the soundtrack. It's not a flashback, it's a feeling. A memory that refuses to fade away. Her hand tightens around the reins, and suddenly, the trailer flashes back to moments from Episode 2, Amy helping a troubled horse. The tension between Lou and the council, Jack's wise words over coffee at the kitchen table, all those little details remind us that life at Heartland never slows down, even when your heart does. Episode 2 showed Amy trying to stay strong, trying to find comfort in routine, but underneath she was unraveling quietly. The family could sense it, Jack with his knowing glances, Lou with her worried questions, and even little Lyndy who asked, "Mommy, do you still dream of Daddy?" That one innocent question was enough to shatter Amy's fragile calm. She smiled through it, but her silence afterwards spoke volumes. Now, in Episode 3, that silence returns, heavier than before. The trailer doesn't rush, it lingers on Amy's expressions. On the way she touches Ty's old saddle or looks toward the empty field where they once rode together. You can almost feel the air thicken with emotion. The sound design pulls you in, the soft creak of barn wood, the rustle of hay, the distant echo of a memory that refuses to die. The voiceover deepens. You think you've moved on? Until the past rides back into view. When it becomes clear, Episode 3 isn't just a continuation. It's a confrontation. Amy's memories are no longer gentle reminders. They're mirrors reflecting everything she still hasn't said, everything she still feels. And this time, she can't turn away. This section of the story builds a bridge between what was and what's coming. It prepares us for an episode that doesn't just revisit Ty's memory, It challenges Amy to face it, to understand it, and maybe to finally forgive herself for surviving when he didn't. The trailer begins not with words, but with a feeling, a chill in the air, a flicker of light, and a stillness that only Heartland can capture. Amy stands in the doorway of the barn, holding an old photo, Ty's photo. The edges are worn, the colors faded, yet the smile on his face feels alive. A soft breeze lifts her hair, and for a heartbeat, it's as if he's right there beside her. Then, the music swells low, its haunting piano chords that slowly build into something both sorrowful and beautiful. This is where Episode 3 unfolds, in the quiet spaces between past and present. The trailer gives us glimpses, not full answers. Amy saddling Spartan alone. Jack watching from the porch, his eyes filled with a sadness that only comes from understanding loss too well. Lyndy laughing in the distance, chasing after a butterfly, a spark of innocence in the middle of Amy's emotional storm. Then the tone shifts. The next shot is of Amy at the old trail, the one she and Ty used to ride together. She stops midway, looking at the mountains that once echoed their laughter. Her voice breaks through the silence. I used to think time would heal everything. The line isn't just dialogue. It's a confession. The screen fades to black, and all we hear is a single breath, shaky and real. As the visuals return, we see brief flashes, a thunderstorm rolling in. Lou arguing on the phone about a new project at the ranch, and Jack comforting a frightened horse. Every image carries meaning. Every frame whispers that this episode isn't about what's happening outside Heartland. It's about what's happening inside Amy. The music slows again, giving us one final shot. Amy kneeling beside Spartan, resting her forehead against his. Her voice cracks as she whispers, he'd know what to do. The trailer ends on that line, leaving the audience suspended between heartbreak and hope. It's not a story about losing someone. It's about learning to live with their memory, about how love can haunt you, heal you, and hold you all at once. Episode 3 looks ready to remind fans that grief doesn't disappear with time. It simply changes shape. There's a moment in the trailer that freezes your breath, Amy standing alone in the barn. Rain softly tapping the roof, the world quiet except for her trembling voice. She's holding Ty's old jacket, the one she could never bring herself to pack away. It still smells of hay, leather, and memories. Her eyes glisten, and for the first time in a long while, she doesn't fight the tears. She lets them fall. This scene doesn't rely on flashbacks. It's more powerful than that. It's memory without words. The camera doesn't show Ty, but his presence fills the frame. The way Amy looks at the empty space beside her, the way she clutches that jacket to her chest, you feel him there. You feel the love that built her and the loss that broke her. As she whispers, "You'd know what to say right now." Her voice cracks, not from weakness, but from the weight of love that never left. The rain outside grows heavier, echoing her heartbeat. Spartan shifts in the background, sensing her pain, reminding us how deeply animals understand grief, not through words, but through silence. Then comes the flash of light, a brief memory of Ty's laughter, his hand brushing hers. It's not a ghost. It's the echo of love that refuses to fade. The music swells, soft piano with distant violin, every note like a tear that won't dry. The editing cuts between Amy's face and flashes of the ranch, the corral, the old truck, the trail where Ty taught her to trust again. Each image feels like a heartbeat, a reminder that Heartland isn't just a place. It's a collection of memories stitched with love and loss. What makes this moment unforgettable isn't just Amy's pain. It's her strength to face it. For so long, she's hidden behind her work, her daughter, and her horses. But in episode 3, we finally see her surrender, not to sadness, but to truth. That Ty will always be a part of her, and that moving forward doesn't mean letting go. The trailer fades with her final line, almost a whisper. "You're still here, aren't you?" And as the screen goes black, we realize it's not just a question, it's a truth. Ty is gone, but his love still lives in every sunrise over Heartland. Every hoofbeat on the dirt, every quiet moment where Amy remembers to breathe. This scene isn't just the heart of the episode. It's the soul of Heartland itself. The storm may pass, but its echoes linger, and that's exactly where episode 3 finds its quiet strength. After Amy's tearful moment in the barn, the trailer slowly shifts focus, reminding us that grief doesn't live in isolation. It breathes through the people who love you, the ones who hold you up when you can't stand on your own. And at Heartland, that family is everything. We see Jack first, standing on the porch at dawn, a mug of coffee steaming in his hands. He watches Amy walk across the yard, her shoulders heavy, her steps slower than usual. He doesn't call out to her, he just lets her be. Because Jack Bartlett knows that healing can't be rushed. It's like training a wild horse. You can't demand trust. You earn it, one patient breath at a time. Then comes Lou, her usual whirlwind of energy, juggling papers, phone calls, and family. But behind her determined voice, there's worry. She sees her sister fading into old memories and doesn't know how to reach her. In the trailer, there's a brief moment, Lou standing in the kitchen, her phone in one hand, Ty's photo in the other. She sighs, whispering, she misses him every day. It's a line that needs no response, just silence. And then there's Lyndy, the heart of innocence that keeps the show's warmth alive. In one quick scene, she runs through the yard holding a drawing. "It's Daddy and you, Mommy," she says, her voice bright and pure. Amy kneels, taking the paper with trembling hands. For a second, her eyes fill again, but this time, the tears are softer. The pain is still there, but so is the love. Lyndy reminds Amy of the part of Ty that will never fade to laughter, the spirit, the family they built together. The trailer's music swells as these moments blend. Amy brushing Spartan, Lou closing her laptop, Jack setting his coffee down, and Lyndy's drawing fluttering in the wind. It's a silent montage that says more than dialogue ever could. Heartland has always been about family. Not perfect, not easy, but unbreakable. They don't heal by forgetting. They heal by holding each other through the pain. In one of the most moving closing shots, Amy joins her family for dinner. No one mentions Ty, but his presence fills the room like a familiar warmth. Jack tells a quiet joke. Lou smiles, and Lyndy giggles. And for the first time in a long while, Amy laughs. It's not loud or long, but it's real. It's the sound of healing beginning to bloom again. Because in Heartland, love doesn't end when someone's gone. It lingers in the stories we tell, the memories we keep, the family that reminds us we're never alone. Every Heartland fan knows when the trailer fades to black, the story doesn't end. It begins to live inside us, stirring questions we can't stop asking. Episode 3's first look leaves behind more than just emotion. It plants quiet mysteries that tug at the heart. Viewers can feel it. Something deeper is coming. Something that could change Amy's path forever. The whispers begin with a single moment. Amy standing by the paddock at twilight. The sky glows orange, and for just a second, she looks at peace. But then she glances toward the horizon, as if expecting someone. The scene is short, barely 2 seconds, but fans can't stop talking about it. Who is she waiting for? Or is it not a person at all, but a feeling, a sign, a message from the past? Some fans believe this episode will bring Amy's closure with Ty full circle, not through dreams or ghosts, but through the strength she's finally ready to find. Others whisper about a new arrival at Heartland, someone who might challenge Amy to open her heart again. Could it be a new trainer? A horse whisperer who reminds her of who she used to be? Or maybe someone connected to Ty's past, carrying a message she was never meant to hear until now. Then there's the theory that has everyone holding their breath, a scene in the trailer where Amy finds an old letter in the barn loft. The camera lingers just long enough for us to see the faded handwriting and the initials TB. Fans have exploded with speculation. Is it Ty's letter? Something he left behind that Amy never saw? Or perhaps it's something symbolic, a message to herself, a reminder of how far she's come since losing him. But it's not just about secrets. Episode 3 feels like the beginning of emotional transformation. In the stillness of her grief, Amy seems to rediscover her fire. Her scenes with Lyndy carry a lighter tone, a soft smile, a laugh that doesn't hide pain this time. It's as if she's learning that remembering Ty doesn't mean standing still. It means carrying his love forward. Fans have also noticed the shift in tone. The ranch bathed in softer light, the music filled with echoes of hope instead of heartbreak. It suggests something profound. This episode might mark the moment Amy begins to heal out loud. She's no longer just surviving. She's starting to live again. And that's what Heartland has always been about. Not just loss, but the courage to start over, to love again, to believe that the future can still hold joy. As the trailer ends, Amy's voice softly repeats, "He's still part of me." It's both a goodbye and a promise to Ty, to herself, and to every fan who's ever loved and lost. Theories may swirl. Predictions may vary, but one truth stands clear. Episode 3 will make us cry. Yes, but it will also make us believe in healing, in hope, and in the kind of love that never dies. As the trailer fades and the music softens, there's a sense that something sacred just passed. Not an ending, but a quiet promise. Heartland, Season 19, Episode 3, isn't just another chapter in Amy's journey. It feels like the start of her rebirth. The kind of episode that doesn't just make you cry, but makes you feel every heartbeat, every breath, every unspoken word between her and Ty. The closing moments of the trailer are simple yet powerful. Amy steps out of the barn as the morning sun spills over Heartland. Her face still carries traces of tears, but there's something new in her eyes' piece. Spartan nudges her shoulder and she smiles, really smiles, for the first time in what feels like forever. The camera pulls back to show the ranch bathed in gold, a place where sorrow and love live side by side. Then, hear Amy's voice one last time, soft and steady. "He'll always be a part of me, but maybe it's time to start living again." That single line hits harder than any flashback ever could. It's not about forgetting Ty. It's about carrying him forward in her work, her daughter, and the quiet courage to keep loving life, even after loss. It's a message that echoes far beyond the show. For anyone who's ever lost someone, Amy's story reminds us that healing isn't a straight line. It's a slow dance between grief and gratitude. The trailer closes with the iconic Heartland theme music, gentle and warm. The words "new episode coming soon" appear on screen, but the audience already knows the story has already found its way into their hearts. Fans will replay that final shot over and over, not because it's dramatic, but because it's real. And as the screen turns black, there's a lingering silence, the kind that only Heartland can create. The kind that feels like standing under an open sky, breathing in hope. So when Episode 3 finally arrives, viewers won't just tune in for drama or nostalgia. They'll tune in for something much deeper, to see Amy take her next step, to see a family hold together, and to remember that love doesn't end when someone's gone. It just changes form, because in Heartland, love never leaves. It lives on in the people who remember. If this trailer made your heart ache, you're not alone. Tell us what moment in the trailer touched you most. Was it Amy's tears, Jack's silence, or Lyndy's innocence? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Heartland breakdowns, theories, and first looks, because sometimes the most powerful stories are the ones that heal us, one episode at a time.